What's up, everybody? This is Patrick Cleveland, licensed marriage and family therapist and clinical director and CEO of Daybreak Counseling Center, providing psychotherapy, couples counseling, and mental health services in Long Beach, Brea, and all of California. So I wanted to do another video follow-up on hip-hop culture, hip-hop music, and psychodynamic therapy. And once again, this is kind of just to celebrate Black History Month, and also, music is a big part of my life, and it's a way for me to kind of integrate these two parts of me, the part of me that is an artist and has been really into hip-hop music for a long time, and the part of me that is obviously a psychotherapist. And so it's a way of integrating these two parts. And I talk a lot about integration, how you want to be a fully integrated human being. You want to have all the different parts of you integrated. And so it's another reason why I'm doing this. So hip-hop and psychodynamic therapy. In this one, the second comparison I want to make here between hip-hop and psychodynamic therapy is the concept of radical self-expression. What do I mean by that? Well, when Freud started practicing psychoanalytic therapy in Vienna, he encouraged his patients to say anything that came to mind, to not censor anything. And I think that is a huge comparison and similarity between hip-hop and psychodynamic therapy, in the sense that, hip-hop, when it started to evolve, was also about radical self-expression and not censor anything. It was the first music to really use cursing, profanity, things like that, to really express emotion or express whatever message it was trying to get across. And why did Freud do that, right? Well, we typically censor ourselves in everyday conversation. We are very careful about what to say and what not to say. We don't want to offend people. We don't want to reveal too much about ourselves. It might be used against us, those sort of things. We're careful. We do this all the time. We do this with friends and family. And, the beautiful thing about therapy is that therapy is a 50-minute space for you to say whatever you want, to talk about anything and everything that's on your mind. You can say anything, and you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. It is a safe, free space to explore, question whatever you want. And God, I just love that. Just even saying that just sounds amazing. And especially if you grew up in a place where it wasn't really safe to express yourself, where your feelings and thoughts were disavowed or not accepted, or avoided or put down, or you were shamed for them. Coming to therapy is super healing in that way. You have this free space, non-judgmental space to share whatever you want, and hip hop is the same way. It's a free space. It's a musical medium to share whatever's on your mind, to talk about whatever it is, from NWA saying "fuck the police" to 2 Live Crew saying "me so horny" or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it is a free space, no censorship. And that is, that's what Freud called free association. That's every session is a free space, a free time to talk about whatever you want. And same thing with music, same thing with poetry, same thing with hip-hop. It's a free space to express whatever it is that you want to express, and that's a beautiful thing. And this is unique, to psychodynamic therapy and hip-hop. There are other forms of therapy that are not like that have evolved over the years, that are not like that are more of like I'm the expert, and I'm gonna go to my little book and give you homework and tell you what to do, and here's what you need to do to feel better and fix yourself, And I think that's a big difference between psychodynamic therapy and other forms of therapy. Other forms of therapy are more about like healing and symptom management, as we call it. Psychodynamic therapy and psychoanalysis is about truth. It's about discovering truth, and sometimes truth is painful. Truth hurts, and it's not easy, and you're not always gonna feel better, but you'll be able to to get in contact with deep emotions, learn about yourself, and integrate them over the long haul. So you're not just kind of, bamboozled by these random emotions that come every once in a while. You actually understand where they're coming from and why you are the way you are. It's a very much deeper understanding than this kind of like surface level symptom management stuff that a lot of other forms of therapy have popped up over the years. And I get why they popped up, because this is America. We move really fast. It's the land of BK. You want to have it your way. You want to like get in, get out, quick fixes, stuff like that. So I get it, and that's cool. To each his own. I prefer truth. You know what I mean? That's just me. So that's why I value psychoanalytic theory, psychodynamic therapy, and a huge piece of that, right, is for me another comparison, right? And I'll kind of end here, is that for me, every therapy session is like writing a song together. Well, how is that? Well, because I don't have an agenda. I don't tell my patients what to talk about. I don't lead them. I ask them at the beginning of every session, what is it that you'd like to speak to today, right? Because this is their time, right? And that's huge. That's a very key component about psychodynamic therapy versus other forms of therapy. I don't lead them or push an agenda on them. It's a free place, and that's where the healing is, in this sense of freedom, that it's your time, that the mind naturally wants to express itself. Freud looked at the mind like a pressure cooker, and you repress things and you put things in there. You can't say everything every day. You can't express yourself to people fully all the time, and the mind naturally wants to do that. So in therapy, the process of free association, not censor anything. You come in and you it's not easy, because you're so used to censoring yourself all the time everywhere you go, that it takes some practice, but eventually you get the hang of it. You come in, you feel the safety, you build the trust and good relationship with your therapist, and then you begin to share, and you begin to participate in the work, and really speak your mind and allow yourself to speak freely and take control of the work. And that's a really beautiful thing. And so that's a huge comparison. So to me, every session is like writing a song. I don't know where it's gonna go. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna be unearthed. I'm there for the ride, and that's a beautiful thing. And it's not an easy thing. I get why other therapists wouldn't want to do that. It's vulnerable. It's you have to have a certain openness, and I get why other therapists wouldn't want to deal with that unknown. A lot of times we fear the unknown, so I get why they would want to kind of take control, and here's what we're going to do today, here's your homework, all that kind of stuff, and take control of the situation and not be in this unknown. But I prefer the unknown. I prefer to see psychotherapy as an art and not as a science. It's somewhat scientific. We do have theories, and there's lots of research and things like that are helpful, and that's a debate in therapy too, whether it's a science and art. Me personally, I prefer to view it more as an art than a science. And this concept of radical free expression, and seeing every session as a work of art, as writing a song, as an openness, as something that is unfolding, just like paint on a canvas, words on a page. I don't know, that's to me another comparison in the beauty in both psychodynamic therapy and hip-hop music, which is also about free expression and saying whatever you want to say without censorship. So another comparison. I hope you found this interesting and helpful, and I'll probably do one more of these. So peace.